is the Sterling vs. Podcast, here to inform and entertain the Sonic fan in you. Welcome and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Sterling vs. Podcast. I'm your host, Silver Rhymes, and this is my co-host,
Emerald Lance here.
So, Lance, how's your week been?
I am very sick right now, so my voice isn't going to be as beautiful sounding as it usually is.
Well, we make it through. So, Sonic news this week. Pretty exciting with the release of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. And got a lot of good reviews so far, especially from IGN, who gave it a straight up 8. And we're all pretty surprised and excited about that. Luckily, I was able to pick up DS version. So, I had it for about a day, and definitely some good stuff. Let's start off with controls. Of course, this DS version, you got your A, B, X, Y, L, and R, and touchscreen. So, this game allows you 3 types of controls, which is pretty awesome, and the touchscreen can be used for items at any time. I found it easier to, tap the touchscreen, whenever I need an item. I don't know why, because I have weird controls. But the controls are good. They're definitely responsive. They're good controls. It's a solid racing game control system right there. The courses, the racetracks, they're just awesome. I haven't played them all, but the ones I played so far, I must say they were really well designed. Really well designed. And they look pretty good for being on a DS. It's really not that bad. A lot of action in this game, but, there's no slowdowns at all. Never dips below 30 frames per second, and that's pretty awesome. Even when you're online. On the Wi-Fi, it's just smooth. It's really smooth. I've only raced the maximum of 2 others, and really saw nothing really lagging. And great thing, some specifics on the Wi-Fi. You can do it. You can race with anyone in the world, so it's like random roulette. I ended up racing the same person like 4 times in a row. I have no idea why. I don't know how they handle that, because I played other games where it's just random and I get everyone from all over the world. But you also get to race with friends, like get their FCs and who their friend codes, whatever they may be, and input it. Haven't gotten anyone's codes yet, because not many people picked it up yet. But hoping to race some serious competition online soon. Watch out though, because this is the DS, and I already had to race one hacker, and that wasn't fun. In fact, it was downright weird. They were racing a Shadow, and I was Sonic, and their Shadow icon was like going through the map, like literally right down the middle. It's going wacky, and I kept seeing them on my screen, like on the top screen, like near me. They're like teleporting. I was like, what is going on? And every time I'd get ahead, they disconnect, and I really got frustrated. So round 3 comes, and I just leave, go back to the lobby. He shows up again. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So another person shows up, and all 3 of us are racing. The guy who's been hacking disconnects, but the match doesn't stop. He just disconnects. He's gone. And that's what I like. One person wants to leave the race, oh well. They're SOL. They automatically lose, but the race isn't ruined. So me and the other guy was still racing, and it was, it was great. He was Sonic, and the other guy was Shadow. I was Amy, because I didn't know who else to pick at the time. And that's a great thing about this game. Everyone's balanced, so I still won, even though it was extremely frustrating to play with Amy, because she's kind of slow, but she handles decently, and I guess her boost is high. Yeah, balanced racers, definitely.
Well, Silva, I don't know if you know this, what you just described actually sounds more like they've just got really crappy connection as opposed to their hacking. It doesn't really sound like they're hacking so much. I mean, I guess with the icon like stretching across the whole screen, that sounds like it. But if they're just teleporting all over the place, it sounds like they're lagging out. It could be really bad hackers, but it also sounds like it's possible it could just be a bad connection.
No, I'm pretty sure because they're behind me, but they teleport in front of me and keep going in front of me, and they lap me, and that's just weird. And if there's connection so bad, why do they disconnect as soon as I'm ahead? So I'm just saying, pretty noobish to me, especially by their names, like Death God or something. I don't know. It was ridiculous. I'm definitely waiting to race more people. I have the DS version now, but I'm hoping to get the PS3 version. Because I guess it's good to have both spectrums of, games released on multiple systems get, the best, and then you get the least best. Not necessarily the worst, because it's pretty good. I don't know what to say about it. It's just great. But yeah, definitely getting PS3 version soon, hopefully. I'm gonna beat this first and see how I do. And for some reason, one of the things that bothered me, I was waiting for the announcer guy to talk, but he's absent from the DS version, and I was like, what? I was like, where is he?
Gone.
I'm kind of disappointed because I wanted, to hear what he has to say, all the crazy things, but it's just gone. I was like, that's kind of a bummer. The weapons in the game aren't too crazy. I mean, no, they are crazy, not completely broken. I mean, you got your missiles, the homing missiles, by the way, which just, they're homing. You got bombs that automatically shoot a couple feet in front of you and just explode. You got a speed boost. You got a orange cone that you just drop behind you. And of course, you got a shield. Takes one hit, and decent amount of weapons, and run to game breaking. I haven't gotten All-Star too much. I guess I don't know if I've been doing something wrong or something, but I've seen other characters' All-Star moves, and they can really mess you up. And I did not know this until I experienced it, but every time you get a All-Star move, your theme song plays, and I didn't know that. But that was a couple characters had it, but no, it's all of them. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. And speaking of the characters, the roster, we've talked about this before, I think. Who they should have in it, what are these other characters doing in it. And I'm not too disappointed by this, but it's been brought to my attention that literally half the roster is Sonic characters. And I want to talk about what other characters they could put in the game that would make more sense. The big one, if everyone didn't know, is Knights. And I like to maybe touch upon that slightly. First, I like to clear up a little misunderstanding. As you may all know, there's some Sonic R songs in the game, one of which is Can You Feel the Sunshine, which most fans may associate the Tails doll. And I informed Lance of this last week, and he was pretty excited. And I jokingly said that Tails doll was also confirmed, and he kind of took it to heart. And when he said it, live on the air,
made me look like a fool, is what it did.
I was hoping he'd. I thought he was just playing along, but he may have taken it more to heart than I had hoped, and maybe some of our fans may have misinterpreted such announcement as fact as well. But I'm here to deconfirm, as actually Sumo Digital has done quite a few times during the pre-development stages of this game, that Tails doll is not actually in the game. Sorry to disappoint Tails doll fans. He's not actually in this game, but great news. There's always room for DLCs. So, Lance, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but
I hate you, man.
Tails
You're not
doll
gonna be my best man anymore.
In any case, DLCs. Who's to say he can't come in for a DLC, I mean, even though half the rosters are Sonic characters, I mean, what's one more, But yes, please don't bite my head off. But yes, let's get on the topic of characters we want to see.
Well, hold on, just 1 second. I'm actually planning on getting the DS version myself, believe it or not. I'm also going to get the Xbox 360 version. I'm going to get both of them. I'm going to at least have the DS version tonight. I've already got it, actually, in my hand. I haven't played it yet. I hadn't opened it yet. I wanted to wait until after the show before I opened it. But it's in my hand right now. And I'm looking at it. It's pretty spiffy. But I'm going to get the 360 version. I might get the 360 version sometime this week before the next show. And if that's the case, I'm going to commentate on the differences between the two versions and, provide which information on what I think is the better one, So anybody who hadn't played it yet.
Don't you feel it unfair to compare versions?
You take into consideration one of them's a handheld, so it's like saying which game is better, Sonic 3 or Halo. They're like very big technical differences, but Sonic 3 I think is better for its time and for its capabilities.
I think that if I haven't given this a pass or not yet, but I'm saying if you're getting just the DS version, it's worth it. It's a very good game. Y'all should get it. If you're getting a console version, stick with the console version, because like all multi-platform game, the handheld are always going to be a little dumbed down, but it's a perfect, I must say, it's a perfect transition, though just not the full experience, just because graphics and the lack of the announcer, and I'm not sure what else. As you said, you'll probably play shows more differences. If there's a lot missing from the DS version, then maybe that'll affect my feelings about it. But me too, I'm gonna be getting the console version, so I'll see that too.
You think it's like Mario Kart? Is it just like the Sonic version of Mario Kart? Because Mario Kart is basically just Nintendo All-Stars Racing. It doesn't have just Mario in it.
Well, Mario Kart was more like Mario characters with cameos of other characters. Sega's All-Stars Racing is meant to be Sega All-Stars.
No, is it just a rip-off of Mario Kart? Because I don't want to say, because I'm a Sonic fan and I don't want to, make all the other Sonic fans mad.
I get what you're saying, but
let's be honest with ourselves. Is it just a rip-off of Mario Kart?
No, because in this day and age, everything's been done. There's no such thing as rip-offs.
Alright, now you just answer.
Wait.
Just say yes or no. You just say. Is it more like Mario Kart than it should be or not?
Alright, okay. In this case, it plays. I played Mario Kart maybe once, like the original, like the N64. I think I don't even know.
That was the Super Nintendo. Was the original.
Oh well, sorry. I played the one for the N64, then one for DS once, and those played exactly the same. And then there was Double Dash. That was strange. This game plays like none of those, because it's if I had to compare it to a racer, I'd say maybe what was that? There was maybe Diddy Kong Racing. Man, that's a vague memory. That, or maybe that. It was a Crash one. It was a Crash Bandicoot. There was a kart racer game too. I remember playing that once, but this is definitely not a Mario Kart. This is more like a decent race, a really good racer with weapons. This isn't. So
it's like Mario Kart, because Mario Kart is a really good racer. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Sonic fan through, but seeing it for what it is, Mario Kart is a really good racer, and it had weapons in it. Well, it was weaponized go-karts.
Well, thing is, in Mario Kart, there were so many things that just, because they were in carts, they weren't in real, vehicles.
Well, they also had motorcycles, and I think on the Wii version they had motorcycles, and I believe they had ATVs, but I can't be sure. I haven't played the Wii version in a while.
I'm definitely going with that. This is definitely not like that. Because the small amount of time I played those other games, I can say that this is not like it. Because in other games, you spend half your time getting hit by weapons. This one, not so much. Depends on what the track is. Some tracks are crazier than others. But the racers themselves, they definitely play differently. When it comes to like drifting or boosting, all that, I'd say that it's more down to earth, more realistic. Plus, you could do tricks in the air, and that's pretty cool.
So it's basically a weaponized version of Sonic Riders.
Well, Sonic Riders had weapons in it too.
Well, I know they had attacks, but you had to be real close for them, didn't you?
Yeah. But no. Riders was weird. That was like, it was boring, and it was like. Much more. If you thought Riders was boring and you think this is good, then I'm gonna get it, because I thought Riders was boring too, and what I was afraid of is that it would be a lot like Riders. No. This is a straight up racer. This is more of a racer than a gimmicky battle on wheels. No, definitely. And with DLCs coming out, it'll be much more diverse.
On the DLCs though, they're probably going to be hitting the console versions, bro.
Well, yeah, that's why.
That's why
That's why we're getting console. That's why we're getting console versions guaranteed. But yeah, speaking of the DLCs, I wanted to maybe. Well, first off, a lot of argument on Knights not being the game, and I read a recent article which has been taken down, so I can't really talk about it much because I don't recall it. I mean, to you personally, does it make sense to just not have Knights in the game? After these past dozen cameos and
I've really been a fan of Knights. Not because I don't like them, just because I've never gotten the chance to play the games, and I don't think you can call yourself a fan if you played the games. So, but I mean, knowing Knight's involvement with Sonic Team and Sonic Team's involvement with Sega, because they are Sega, basically. I think it's very wrong that Knights should be in. I think that they should have cut at least one of the Sonic characters. How many Sonic characters do you need? You need Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, and maybe Amy.
I mean, we could cut out, well, I don't want to say cut out Big, because maybe he deserves a little more attention. I
love Big. I think Big is awesome. But as far as relevance to the game, he has no place. I mean, he's no place to be in this game. Game's a racer, not fat fishing all day race, game. He's a racer. You're supposed to be fast, not slow. They could take him out. That's in.
He's straight up on a motorcycle. He's pretty fast. He's faster than Eggman. Because Eggman got that. Seriously, I played as Eggman and I cried because I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't win the races. He's just so huge, it's ridiculous. And I'm also mistaken. It's not actually half the roster Sonic characters. There's like 7. I say cut out. Actually, I don't know who to cut out because I like them all.
The good thing Blaze is in there.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, for additional characters, I think Knights will be hopefully make a comeback because it really doesn't make sense they put him in. And the fact that he's a flagman, not in the DS version, by the way, kind of made me go, what the heck?
Is he not in the 360 version either?
No. I think he's in all the console versions, but I have yet to see him. I have yet to see him in the DS version, and I've already won plenty of races. I have not seen Knights in the game at all. I don't really. I was shocked and appalled. Don't know what else to say about that. I guess that kind of reinforces the fact, that I really want the console version now. But yeah, quickly go into characters we want to see besides the ones that everyone's been saying about. Who do you want to see in also racing as a DLC?
Me?
Yeah, you. And they can't do one character.
One character.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to think about that. Oh, never mind. I already thought about it. I already got it. I want to see a Chow in All Stars Racing.
You know,
It's either a mix between a Chow and Metal Knuckles from Sonic R. One of those two. Or maybe the pink Metal Knuckles from Sonic Advance. That would be cool. Your weapon could be like vomiting missiles. That would be awesome.
Alright. Maybe I should have mentioned this just before asking. No Sonic characters.
Oh.
We need to diversify. Diversificate, you know? Our selection of
Okay, Squidbillies. I want to see the Squidbillies in it.
Alright, be serious. Come on.
Let me think.
Any Sega IP, you know.
Billy Hatcher.
He's already in the game.
Jeez. I haven't played it. You can't ask me if I want to be in it. I haven't played it. Let me think.
Alright, just...
Ooh. Michael Jackson. He was in, what? Yeah. He was in that dancing game. I can't remember. Space Channel 5, is that what it is? I don't remember what it is, but he was in it. I want Michael Jackson to be in it.
Alright.
He'd be all like, hee, and then he'd grab his crotch and he'd blow up. That would be it. You'd be the best racer if you were racing Michael Jackson.
Alright. Try once more with an actual character created by Sonic Team.
Blaze, but not the Sonic Blaze, the Streets of Rage Blaze. I want to see her in that game.
Alright. See, was that so hard?
No. I mean, honestly, Michael Jackson, Moonwalker. He was in Moonwalker. Remember that game?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so Michael Jackson could be in All Stars Racing. He was in a Sega game. And he composed the music for Sonic 3. I don't care what anybody says about, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. We already know he did.
Wait, they kind of confirmed it, so yeah, it's old news.
Yeah. It kind of confirmed it. We've known he did for years. Way before they confirmed it.
Well, technically, he didn't compose it. People who worked on his music composed it, but he allowed it. It was kind of like he didn't touch anything, but still.
All I'm saying is it was his stuff that was in the game.
Yeah.
And a lot of that music that people are comparing to the Sonic 3 songs are actually songs that came out after Sonic 3. I mean, Smooth Criminal, I think, came out after Sonic 3. Who Is It came out after Sonic 3. A Stranger in Moscow. Geez, that came out way after Sonic 3.
See, there you go. So yeah. Who I want to see, I was thinking of two things. I haven't played this game yet, but I wanted to. Actually, both the games I'm about to mention, but this one's newer. Bayonetta. I just think she should be in the game.
Why?
Why not?
Well, let me tell you. I'm not here to play politics, but she looks just like Sarah Palin hyped up on herbal Viagra with guns.
Wow.
Guns on her feet. On her feet. Her high heels are not high heels at all. They're pistol.
I know what they are. I know.
Why? I mean, why
not, dude? She's awesome. She's Sega's answer to Devil May Cry. So, shush.
You can't get cooler than Dante. Dante is all. He doesn't kill demons because he's saving people. He kills it because it's his job and because it's cool. Didn't you see the opening to Devil May Cry 3? I mean, did you see it? Did you really see it? If you didn't see it, go YouTube it because that is the coolest thing.
Fine. Yeah. All right. I'll look into that later. But still, Bayonetta should be in the game. On a motorcycle, shooting people. But yeah, the other Sega IP. I hope they pull just about any characters from Burning Rangers. Crazy thing is, I've never actually played the game. It's nearly impossible to get hands on. But I will one day, and I'll show you all. True. Burning Rangers.
I was playing a video about Sega Sanshiro, who is, next to Sonic, probably the best thing to ever happen to Sega. Basically, for those who don't know, Sega Sanshiro was their answer to get people to play the Sega Saturn, I guess in Japan, because the commercials never really hit in America, ever. But that was because Sega Saturn was left behind by the PlayStation, that Sega made Sega Sanshiro, and he was the one who came out and got people to play it. And basically, all of his commercials were game advertisements of some sort. And the Burning Range. There was a Burning Rangers commercial, and I watched some gameplay, from that commercial, and it looked awesome. I mean, it looked like Armored Core, but for the Sega Saturn. And I'm an avid Armored Core fan. It's awesome. I wanted to play it because of the song already, but yeah. Now, after seeing that commercial, I really, really want to play it.
All right. Moving on. Also brought to my attention was more Sonic 4 details. Of course, we saw first boss spoiled pretty much for us. Pretty much a rehash of Sonic 1 boss, and we're all kind of disappointed.
Why?
I don't.
Why are you disappointed? That's awesome news.
No, I mean, yeah, for us it's 15 years later, but for Sonic it's only been a couple days. I don't want to, mechanically, and for me as as a game player, I don't want to play the same. I don't want to play Sonic 1 HD. I want to play Sonic 4. I want some new stuff. I mean, it may not be 100% revealed to us what's happening, but at this point, they're giving an impression. But maybe I'm done. Maybe we should just hold off until the game comes out. It's really too early to tell. But what do you think?
Have you ever played the Ultimate Sonic Flash? You can find it all over the. You played it? All right. In that game,
it's unfairly hard. Just let you know.
Oh, the boss battles are insanely hard in that game. And there's only 2. Anyways, going back to the point I was trying to make. In that game, the first boss was the ball and chain boss, right?
Yeah.
But it's with a Sonic and Knuckles twist in that you're running after the boss. In the boss battles, you're running after the boss, Mushroom Hill style. So, it's the ball and chain, but you've got to race with the boss the whole time. And I'm hoping, minus the whole running around thing, which is evident is not what's going to happen. But I'm thinking, if you've ever played Sonic Ultimate Sonic Flash, you'll know that after doing a certain amount of damage to the boss, if I remember, it's getting it halfway down or almost dead, something close to that. Instead of just swinging the ball back and forth, it'll swing it in a full circle, making the boss extremely hard to hit because he swings it really fast. In other words, there's a second phase to the battle, And I'm thinking maybe in Sonic 4, that's what he'll do. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Instead of just the old, swing the ball back and forth boss battle from Sonic 1, it'll be the boss battle from Sonic 1 with a twist.
Who knows? I'm hoping for what you're saying is true. Because Sonic Ultimate Flash was pretty much based off Sonic Advance 2. Just, built up. Built up on that. But, we expected this. But Sonic 4... It better be, I want this to be something. I want this to surpass the original 3. I want it to surpass. I want Sonic Team to show us that they still got what it takes. They still have it. They still can make great games that'll become classics one day. Sonic 06 will not become a classic. It'll become a classic piece of garbage. It'll
classic for all the wrong reasons.
Yes, it'll be...
Same reason the CDI Zeldas were a classic.
Yeah. All they're used for are YouTube boosts. You don't want to be remembered for that, honestly. But yes, I want them to make a true classic. Sonic Adventure. Would you say that's a classic? That's a classic. No.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. So I want Sonic 4 to become a classic. But yes, let's get on the topic, the music. What do you want for Sonic 4? What are you expecting? Do you expect them to pretty much use the same, chip tunes from the Mega Drive or Genesis, or do you want remastered music? You want real instruments playing out,
No, I don't want to go that far. I don't. There's a such thing as overdoing it. I mean, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I don't want One Winged Angel like Sephiroth's theme playing in the background while I'm doing Sonic or anything. No.
Well, maybe not. Orchestra like Sonic Elite. Even though it worked for Sonic Elite, it was great for Sonic Elite. But this is Sonic 4. You want maybe redone music? Do you want new music? in the old style? Do you want, a mixture? What do you want? What do you expect?
All right. One of the reasons I really like Sonic Adventure 1 more than Sonic Adventure 2 is because they reused some music. I mean, they reused some of their music. Now that's not a really good move to do on every game, but it's nice to play a game every once in a while that's a throwback, especially remastering classic music. So you'll never hear me complaining about that. That's always a bad idea. In this case, I don't think it is. And the reason I even brought up Sonic Adventure 1 is because to emphasize, in this case, I think having old music is a bad idea. What I think they should do is make all new music, but old school style. I want to see music like the kind they had from Sonic 1 and 2. I love Sonic 3's music, but like I said before, it was MJ's music, more or less. That was his crew, that was him, that was their stuff. It wasn't really Sega,
2 and 3 of the songs, not the whole shebang.
Right. I want to see, Sega music, and not like, the ADD music from Sonic Rush series, and not, the Sonic Advance, was pretty cool. That series was pretty cool, but it still didn't feel old school enough. I'd like to go even more old school and do, simple, bouncy, or mechanical, or real natural, some kind of cool music that really fits the scene. And with Yuji Naka gone, I really hope that that's possible. I mean, every time they've tried to remake the series or go back to their roots, it's always failed. Sonic Unleashed was the only halfway decent effort that they've had, I mean, Sonic Advance was okay. Wasn't worthy of Sonic, 1, 2, and 3, but it was okay. Rush was okay. Unleashed was okay. I want something a little bit better than okay. I want pure, concentrated, happy.
And the people who compose this, who do you see, doing all this? Do you want to bring in some fresh meat, or maybe some guys we already have, like Jun Sunway, or no?
Evidently, I want Jun Sun. I mean, obviously, because he's been around. Hadn't he been around since the beginning? Am I wrong? No?
Pretty near, I guess.
Yeah, he's been around for a really long time. If anybody knows how to do it right, it's him.
So, you don't see maybe OCR getting in on this?
As far as I know, I don't really think that would be a good idea, because OCR gives their music out for free. And with commercial games, you gotta have commercial soundtracks, and they gotta cost money. And OCR just doesn't do that kind of thing. They give their music out for free. Even their albums, they just put it and say, hey, download them with a torrent. Here you go.
Well, some people, go out and make music for companies. It happens.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm saying if they can do that, more power to them. I love all their remix Sonic music. I love all their remix music. I even love their remix Final Fantasy music, even though there's better remixers doing it, like the Black Mages, But I love their remix stuff, and I would love to see them remixing the music or doing their own music for Sonic. But that's the problem I see. I want for there to be original music, and their talents and shown.
Because they're all basically composers, They can make original music. It's been done. I heard, they made that soundtrack for Street Fighter something. That was completely done by them, and it was official or officiated.
The Street Fighter. Wait, which Street Fighter music? The Street Fighter.
Man, why don't I remember
4 or Street Fighter 2 HD? Because I think which one?
Let me.
I didn't know they did either of them.
I'm trying to figure that out.
If it was Street Fighter 2 HD, then it's still remixes. They're still not doing their own music. If it was Street Fighter 4, there's still remixes. A lot of remixes in there, though. There is still a lot of regular.
It's Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD remix.
Yeah, that's old music remixed. Now, if the reason Black Mages are so cool, going back to that, is because the guy who writes all the original music is the head of Black Mages. Same reason Crush 40 is so cool. It's the head. You know, Jun Sunway is the head, right? I mean, he's part of Crush 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's also the guy who writes all the music for the old Sonic games. I mean, it mixes. If Crush 40 could do all the remixes, but they're mostly just rock.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to see the talent that the OCR has, but I mean, their talent has been shown to shine through really in remixing. And I really like to see new music.
Well, alright. Let's see. Anything else I forgot to mention throughout the night? Last minute notes. Alright. Want to talk about real quick. I found this hilarious. I found out this week. Well, not found out this week. It's been going on for a while. The talk about is talk about Sonic's eyes, eye color. You know, I read that, you know, one person didn't care whether they're black, green, red. But I also that gave me a thought that his eyes were actually brown. If anyone didn't notice,
Wasn't I the one that pointed this out?
I don't know. Someone did. I just read this week, and I wanted to look at it real quick. I looked into it, and his eyes were actually brown at some point. In pretty much all the old official artwork, like if you look really closely, his eyes were highlighted with brown. So his eyes were brown, I guess, for all the official artwork because, you know, it had to be more detailed. So yes,
I pointed this out a year ago.
Did you now? Well, then
I did.
I credit you with half of this because I searched.
No, I mean, I remember going to the Gaia thread, right, and saying, you know, his eyes are brown, and everybody was like, you know, show me proof, and I was like,
all right. Then I guess, well, this was a resurgence of eye color, and I just felt I should look into it, so I guess I'll credit you too, because you mentioned it a long time ago. So yes, Sonic's eyes been a total of 4 colors, black, brown, green, red, and invisible. If it's invisible, it's a color. Because they've been invisible.
Darkspine? You talking about Darkspine?
Yeah, his pupils have become, I guess you could say
he basically was all like Broly right there for a moment.
Yeah, that was pretty epic. But yes, his colors have changed throughout, you know. He's special that way. Anyway, let's see, what else? I don't know if you heard about this, but there's a petition for Sonic 4. If it ends up, no, actually, I think they're guaranteed to do it. They're gonna, instead of buying Sonic 4, they're gonna go out and buy Sonic 1.
Huh?
Yeah.
Who?
Fans who signed this petition or something. I don't even know. I don't even know why they call it a petition. I mean, there's a petition for it, but I don't know how it is a petition, since what are you signing? Like, I promise to not buy Sonic 4 and I will buy Sonic 4. But yeah, there's a petition right now, currently, this week, that people will just buy Sonic 1 instead of Sonic 4. And I find that quite ludicrous.
Why? Is it really because of the eye colors? Is that really it?
I guess because of everything, you know. Sega, I'm gonna boycott your game by just throwing money at you. I don't know. I don't get it either. Fans have finally just, you know, jumped into the
You know what this reminds me of, Silva?
Yeah.
Oh no, Solid Snake and Sonic are in Smash Brothers. We're so not gonna buy it.
I don't.
Everybody was like that.
Oh.
And who bought it? How many people bought it?
I bought it.
Everybody bought it.
Everyone I know bought it.
Remember, Left 4 Dead, I don't know, here's a newer one. Everybody was like, oh no, Left 4 Dead 2 is gonna have different people. I ain't playing that. And you know who bought it? Everyone.
Yep. Fans are perfect. Sonic fans. I could write a 2-page paper on the whole thing, but it wouldn't be. Because the fan base, it makes me want to literally pull my hair out. It makes me kind of sad sometimes. It's like, I'm a fan of this guy with these people. But you know, it's people like us that gotta keep our heads on straight and look at very strange things at times. I don't know. So yes. Last minute notes. Now we'll talk about that some more. I have something written down here about a Sega fan. I'm not a Sega fan. Sega All-Stars fighting game. We'll talk about that some other time. Lancey, what do you think?
The best part of every night before we go, the most fun part that we always have, right?
Yeah.
trying to figure out what we're going to talk about next week.
Next week. Yeah. I guess we'll talk about fighting games then. Pretty much it. Alright. Catch up on Facebook. Spread the word. Catch us on Twitter. Spread the word. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for joining us. Hope you can come back next week. Same Sterling time, same versus place.
Same bat place, same bat time.
Gosh, we're horrible.